What's up everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. In the last episode, we started the Skyview Temple, the first dungeon here in Skyward Sword, and made our way about halfway through, and collected all the goodies that we could at the current moment. And well, in this episode... Actually, I do want to grab that. I hate that the beetle returns to me, but that is 20 rubies we can get, so... might as well take advantage of that. And I'm sure there's other boxes around here that I think we can also grab, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll be on the lookout for that. Anyway, there's a switch right here to open this locked door underneath. Yeah, we're getting straight into things, guys. There's no waiting around here. But before I go in, I actually do want to double check, make sure see if there's any other boxes around here at all that we can knock down. Indeed there are, and I'm sure this one probably also has 20 rupees. I may have to loop around real quick. Alright, let's turn it around. And we should be able to cut this down. There we go. This has a... ooh. Not the right button. I have 2 empty bottles, so let's scoop. And inside we've collected a fairy. This playful sprite replenishes 6 of our hearts. We put it in a bottle and keep it with us. It'll come to our aid automatically if we run out of hearts, which is nice. Alright, no, I do not want to use that. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and put this on this empty bottle because I do not want to accidentally use that. Let's see what's in here. There's probably rupees. Check all these alcoves at some point. You're going to want to. Some of them have, like, yeah, 20 rupees in them, which is nice. And you get to keep the money. So, alright, let's see. Like, up there as well. Get this guy. I think he'll just get over this lip. Alright, sweet. There we go. Look, another 20 rupees. There's money all throughout this dungeon. It's pretty crazy, actually. Alright, let's see. There's any more. There's another one over here, but I think we've already looked in there. And in that one as well. Well, actually, I see you way up there. Don't think you can hide from me. There's another box way over here, hanging way up high. You can just barely see it if you look up high enough. If I knock this down, it should have a ton of rupees in it. Whoa. There's another red one it looked like, but I don't know where it went. There's a blue, well, the blue one went in there. It looks like there was more than one red rupee, unless there wasn't, and I'm just going crazy. Alright, well, it doesn't appear that there were any more then. But yeah, we already like doubled, or no, I wouldn't say doubled our rupee total. We actually went over. We gained like 100 rupees from that, which is pretty cool. So definitely check this room. For all the rupees that you can find is really what I'm trying to say, because there's a ton of them, and they're really not hard to find. These mushrooms don't give us, actually. Okay, these are just regular mushroom spores then. Never mind. I was wondering if maybe one of these could give me the item that I was looking for a couple episodes back, actually, but they won't, or at least there's a very specific way to look for them. They have to like be glowing a certain way, and it's very strange. Anyway, once we get in this room, yeah, the door locks behind us, so looks like we've got some trouble. And if you look down there on the floor, you can see where our trouble's coming from. And yeah, he's just gonna drop down. Simply flip him over, crush him, there you go. And with that, the door opens back up. But there's a chest back there that we probably want to grab. And as you can see, we get close, and these 2 eyes will open. But we don't seem to be in the right spot for them to be able to actually look around. They're still looking at the tip, but looks like we need to go higher. And there's a 3rd eye. So what we should probably do is knock at this down, and oh, I see what that guy was hanging on. He was actually hanging on a web up top, so he's just sitting on it and just jumps down. And that's just hearts. Don't need that. But there's another box up here, and this one's not made out of wood, that's for sure. This one is a giant hunk of metal. So we could probably use that to our advantage in order to make our way out of here. Alright, so let's push this all the way down. And once we get it down here, we can push it into the right spot in the center of this room to hopefully take out all of those eyes at once. I'm not sure exactly what name these guys even have. But once we get over to the center, we can push it forward just once more. Alright, that looks about center. Actually, let's go a little back this way. Ooh, we actually got them all. There we go. Alright, let's first fix my camera. Alright, here we go. Let's move our sword around and hopefully we can take these guys out. And there we go. Not too shabby. There they go. And the gate will lift. And we have access to our key. Sweet. So once we open up this chest, you can see that inside of it is a small key. Yeah, the only other small key, I think, the only other small key in the dungeon. That was pretty much the final chest. These two are in the final room, and apparently Zelda's aura is coming from this door, so that's where she must be in this dungeon. So looks like that's our goal now, pretty much. We've collected just about everything, and we just need to head towards Zelda. Though I guess that was also just kind of our goal from the start. Now what you're going to do here is you can't reach up this upper level, but we can't get back into the room that we were in before. And so our main goal is to literally just head over and hit the switch, because when we do, this room fills up with water. And now we can make our way up here, which will then lead us back to the entrance of this room. And I wonder if I can... Oh, come on now, Joy-Cons. I need you to work with me here. Sometimes it does that. You guys may have noticed that. That it'll kind of drift off to the right. Now that's... like, every time I use it, it starts to drift to the right for some odd reason. Not sure if that's my Joy-Con or... I'm not entirely sure what the problem is, to be exact. It's just... It's a lot of pain. Every time I use this guy, and as soon as I bring him back, see, watch, if I shoot him off, bring him back, the camera starts to drift in some sort of way. I'm not really sure why it does that. If somebody could actually help me out on that in the comments, because I even never had that problem in the original version with the Wii Remote and an Unchuck of this game. So if somebody knows a way to fix that, if it's, I don't think it's Joy-Con drift. I know that's a problem that a lot of people have with this game, is the way the Joy-Cons, they just drift. But as someone who really, I'll be honest, hasn't played their Switch a whole lot, or even if they do, it's mostly with a Pro Controller and not a, or maybe it's just the way I'm holding the remote, possibly, because it tries to return to a neutral position when you, after you've used it. And don't avoid me. This guy literally just tried to avoid my beetle. No, you're gonna die. There you go. I think somebody dropped something down there, but as you can see, I'm not going down there to get it, because there are a ton of Quadro Bombas down there that I do not want to mess with. Alright, come on, Link, balance. I tend to lean to the right more than anything. It's very hard to balance these guys, though, on these beams. The Joy-Con, I mean, Link naturally drifts one way or the other, and you have to pull him back. It's not like you can just keep him straight the whole time. It just doesn't work like that. But it does get a little annoying. And here we have a brand new enemy. Target lock, this is a Staldra, the snake monster from before the dawn of time. 3 bone-plated heads and a thirst to cause pain keeps it writhing, I believe, even beyond death. My analysis shows that to defeat this cursed snake, all 3 of its heads must be destroyed simultaneously. And we haven't defeated any of these enemies. Obviously, it's brand new. Oh, I almost got it. He was attacking me during that cutscene. But you have to take out all 3 heads at a time, so wait for him to... You can also stun him with your shield. Oh, there we go. Got him that time. I almost stunned him with my shield, just not quite. we took him out. I remember when I was playing ahead in my personal playthrough here, this game, for like the 500th time I've played through this game, it feels like. That same thing happened to me in the cutscene where, let me double check this room. Ooh, there's a heart up there on the ceiling, I guess, which is nice. By the way, this room is like literally completely empty. Once you just take out that enemy, you can move on to the next area. But the same thing happened to me, and I thought I was going to try to pull it off again this time around. And wait. Oh wait, no, dang. I thought for sure it was glowing. Never mind. I thought we had a special mushroom. I thought I was finally going to show off what I wanted to show off. Didn't happen though. Okay, that didn't work. I swore I'd hit you, and for some reason it wouldn't let me Z-target you anymore. But anyway, like I was saying, the same thing happened to me in that cutscene though. Also, there's a cool like roll thing that you can do right here, like jump past that guy. I obviously didn't pull it off, but really the quickest thing to do is just pull out your beetle, snip, and there he goes, off into the abyss, never to be seen again. Unless you jump down there with him, then you're in trouble. But here we are in this kind of central room now, and I recommend just using your beetle because it doesn't take up ammunition in your slingshot. To open up this gate, which takes us back into this central room here that we saw earlier. And so yeah, there's that giant door where Zelda's aura is coming from, and there's a fancy looking chest right over there. So let's say we try to make our way, well, toward that chest. Alright, first things first, let's get his attention, and I'll go ahead and finish my story because I keep getting distracted or something. Things keep getting brought up and I keep talking about them while I'm talking about it. But the same thing happened to me in the cutscene while I was playing through this personally. And I actually got the sword swing off in time, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was so cool. So I tried to do it again just then, and it didn't work. Like, the nostalgia was going like in a diagonal from right to left, like high right to low left, in the middle of when I called Fee to get the name of the enemy, just so I could remember what it was. And I actually got the sword swing off, and it was super cool. I was like, wow, that's incredible. And then I screwed it up this time around. Of course, I would screw it up this time around when I'm recording versus just playing through the game. Anyway, there's a chest over here, though, which contains a red rupee worth 20 rupees. Let's try to spend it all in one place. Anything else in here? I don't believe so. But let's walk up to this door, and Fee will call on us. And to take Zelda's aura, there's a high probability that she is just beyond this large door. Alright, well, we better find the giant key for this giant door. Another bird statue if you'd like to exit and grab some last minute things, I guess. But we don't really need to do that. Instead, we can just head through on up here, and yes. We can cut this rope down and try to swing this way, if at all possible. It's hard to get this stuff lined up exactly once you get started, but once you get Link swinging in the right direction, it's pretty easy. You have to let him swing for... Whoops. You gotta be careful there, because it looks like it continues, but it doesn't. You said go this way, and I messed it up, obviously, but... So basically, don't be like me and mess it up. Anyway, I'm gonna cut those two ropes down. Look at that one on your screen. Or actually, you can also just wait to swing and stop. Like that. And then begin to swing again. But make sure you get enough momentum before you jump. Over to this one. And you'll just barely grab it. Alright, come on now, Link. There we go. And there we go. Alright, we made it over to this giant chest. That was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. I was afraid I was gonna fall. But inside of this, we get the golden carving. This strangely shaped gold sculpture is covered in mysterious patterns. This chest and that right there basically serves as the boss keys of this game. So instead of just having a normal boss key that opens up every door, this game does it slightly differently. And I'll show that off once we head back over this type rope. Come on, Link. Back. Alright, okay, apparently not. For some reason, it won't let me balance, but we should be able to balance now. I'm trying to sprint across here if I can, but let's try not to lose stamina, because I think if we do, I think we do fall off. But this game does it a little differently. Instead, you have to match up the carving in the room. So you grab it with A and rotate it. This one's pretty easy. It starts, I think, like this. You can already see the H pattern. So all you have to do is rotate it around to where that H is facing forward. And now we can insert it. And head inside this giant door. And hopefully find Zelda on the other side. Look who it is. I thought that tornado I stirred up would have tossed and torn you apart. Yet here you are, not in pieces. Not that your life or death has any consequence. It's just the girl that matters now, and I can sense her here, just beyond this door. Yes, we plucked Her Majesty from her perch in the clouds, and now she's ours. Oh, but listen to me, I'm being positively uncivil. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the demon lord who presides over this land you look down upon, this world you call the surface. You may call me Ghirahim. In truth, I would very much prefer to be indulged by my full title, Lord Ghirahim, but I'm not fussy. Did you really just draw your sword, foolish boy? By all rights, the girl should have fallen into our hands already. She was nearly ours when that loathsome servant of the goddess snatched her away. Do you have any idea how that made me feel inside? Furious, outraged, sick with anger. The turn of events has left me with a strong appetite for bloodshed. Still, it hardly seems fair, being of my position, to take all of my anger out on you. Which is why I promise up front not to murder you. No, I'll just beat you within an inch of your life. Alright, so we have our first battle. This is Demon Lord Ghirahim. So, without calling on Fee to give us a synopsis, this is, well, Ghirahim, and he likes to be indulged by his title, Lord Ghirahim. So the simple way to do this is very simple. His right hand is got a red point on it, and it's following your sword. So the simple way to do this is to hold your sword on one side of your body, move it to the other, and then swing as much as you can. And he will teleport around the room, so use your Z target to your full advantage. I tend to hold my sword to my right, and then move it left, and swipe pretty easily. And yeah, we're already to phase 2. Not too shabby. That first phase is pretty easy, but now Ghirahim will draw a sword, and he'll actually start to attack you sword-based. Now, when he charges like this, do a shield bash, and then swing your sword like a madman. Now, when he pulls these out, simply swipe in the direction of those little daggers that he's got floating around, and you'll knock them all back at him. You can either do it regularly or spin an attack. Now, unless you have to diagonal. Whoops, I messed that up. If he ever does that, he'll teleport behind you and look to see which direction his I'll show you the spin attack like that, or like the flip attack. And I messed it up again. I was trying to move my sword over and it just didn't work. Alright, let's try not to lose any more health here. That would kind of stink. When he does that, you gotta see which direction he's not blocking with his sword, and attack him. Alright, that time I was just too early and my sword was kind of messing up on me. Alright, there we go, sweet. Got him that time though. Alright, let's see if we can continue. You can also just block them with your shield as well. Oh, you can also spin attack when he gets close, which I didn't even notice. Or maybe I just got lucky. Let's actually run around and grab some health. I think Fee's probably just trying to tell me that I am low on health. He will follow you around the room as well. Now let's get in closer. Now that we have some more health, then we should just about be done with this fight. Well, you put up more of a fight than I would have thought possible out of such a soft boy. But don't clap for yourself quite yet. The sword of yours is the only reason you still live. I fear I've spent far too long teasing and toying with you. The girl's presence has all but faded from this place, which means there's no reason to linger here. Goodbye, Sky Child. Run and play this time. Get in my way again, though, and you're dead. It seems like we can now open that door, but first, let's grab our heart container. Our life has been increased by 1 and is now fully replenished. And so now we have 7 hearts on the table. Like, is that even? I don't even know. And we have, wow, I just looked at our rupee counter. We have a ton of rupees, but I want to say I love Ghirahim. His character is absolutely fantastic. Can we actually exit this door? No. Alright, cool. Which is a good thing. We can only exit through that door. But I absolutely love his character. His just overall sassiness is just something to love. It is absolutely incredible. And what's the roof of this building look like? Ooh, like a sunroof right there. I'm not sure what it looks like during the fight, but that's pretty cool actually. But anyway, enough talk about Ghirahim. Let's open up this door and look for Zelda. Alright, so once we run up here, appears that Ghirahim was right. She's no longer here. But there's a goddess statue on a crest here in the center, and this is the Skyview Spring. A couple of things that you're going to want to do before you hit that crest, because I'll go ahead and warn you that if you hit that crest, one, I didn't mean to knock that bird away, but we can head over here and sneak around this way. There is a blue bird there. They're super rare, and you're going to get as close as possible. Once you get close enough, swipe your bug net. And we got a bluebird feather. This is a very rare treasure. Very few small birds possess this sky blue plumage, making these feathers extremely rare. I do believe there is actually only one in a chest somewhere in this game, and I actually think it's randomized in that chest. So there's only a small chance that you even get that bluebird feather. So you have to mainly collect those from well, the birds. And there's a couple rupees around here that we can collect. Simply fly your beetle right up here, and there's a red rupee just sitting on top of this pillar. And I think that's actually it in terms of rupees. I don't think there's anything on these ledges at all in terms of like rupees and stuff. That's a nice area. But now with that out of the way, there's a couple fairies right over here that we could probably scoop up in a bottle if we tried. Let's see if I can. Nope, but I got some water. No, I actually want to... Did I get him that time? Oh, we did, a fairy. So now we have 2, which is not bad, and I can just grab this one. But yeah, if you come back here and look, the main reason I wanted to tell you to stop and don't hit that crest just yet is there is a goddess cube back here. And so we want to hit that with our Skyward Strike and send that up to the sky. Alright, and now that that's done, there is nothing left for us to do in this area. I guess you could knock these down if you wanted to. I don't think they have any... I'm gonna break them with your sword, I guess. Oh, red rupee. Never mind, this is worth your time. Wow. I guess that tree as well, and I definitely want to grab that other blue bird feather if I can. Well, I got both of them. Sweet. Nice. Alright, now I should probably get out of here. So let's charge up our Skyward Strike and hit this crest. Master, I have a message written in the language of the gods of old. Allow me to translate for you. From the edge of time I guide you, the one chosen to carry out the goddess's mission. The spirit maiden who descended from the clouds must travel to 2 sacred places to purify her body. You stand in one of these places, Skyview Spring. The other is known as the Earth Spring. The second spring is hidden away, deep in the scorched earth of Eldin. The Spirit Maiden, ever mindful of her heavy task entrusted to her, has set out for this second sacred place. You got the rupee tablet. The weathered surface of this heavy stone tablet feels very old. Master, so just translated, it would appear that Zelda purified herself in the waters of this spring. I calculated a 97% chance that she has already set out for Eldin, or another great spring exists. However, it is not clear what method of travel Zelda used to move from here to her next destination. My analysis suggests you should take to the tablet to the altar in Skyloft. Doing so will likely open a new column of light on the surface, allowing you to descend to another area and continue your search for Zelda. Let us return to the sky once more before continuing our search. The bird statue outside can take us back up.